Hello, beautiful human. Thank you for joining me on this reflection. I'm just tucked away in the bathroom because I'm with some friends at a retreat, some dear friends, and this is the only quiet spot I could find, so let's do a reflection here. Take a deep breath with me for a quick moment. Let your shoulders soften. Get comfortable where you're at, like I am in this bathroom. Now, this reflection might stir up some tender things inside of you, and I just want to say that's okay, because that's all welcome here. Today, we're sitting with a sacred question. The question is, do you feel like people would still want to be close to you if they knew who the real you was? Now we're not talking about the filtered version of you. We're not talking about the one who says the right thing all the time, but the real you. Now, this is not a question to rush through, so let this question come in layers, and you don't have to get the right answer per se. You just need to be honest. And as you reflect, bring compassion into the room around you. Let it wrap around you like a soft blanket, because you're not alone in asking this question. Being loved while hiding parts of yourself, it might seem comforting, but being loved because of who you truly are, that's freedom. So let's explore that freedom together. Let's start off by asking ourselves, how do I define the real me? How do I define the real me? Is it the version of me that cries easily? Or the version of me that has opinions that might rock the boat, perhaps? Is it the version of me that carries grief, joy, awkwardness, wisdom, all at once? What parts of you do you share easily? And what parts of you do you tuck away and don't let others see, even from the people who you really care about? Even from people who say, you can be your real self with me, you know. Now, let's enter into the heart of our reflection today. And that's where we're going to ask this following question. Do you feel like people would still want to be close to you if they were to know the real version of you? I'd like you to really sit with that question. Just give it a moment. Let it sink in. And as you do so, ask yourself, why would they or why would they not want to know the real you? I mean, what parts of you feel like they're too much? What parts of you feel too emotional, too intense, too opinionated perhaps, or too needy? And which parts of you don't feel like you're enough? Don't feel like you're not fun enough? They don't feel like you're accomplished enough perhaps? Not feeling spiritual enough or wise enough or calm enough? And then consider, where did those beliefs come from? Like, can you trace them back to moments in your childhood once upon a time, or maybe past relationships, or maybe cultural messages you picked up along the way? Because often the parts that we fear will make people pull away from us, they're the parts that most need love, right? Now, have you ever risked being fully seen? Like, not polished, not buttoned down, buttoned up, just you. And what happened? I mean, did someone lean in when they saw that side, or did they leave? And who in your life responded with love when you showed more of yourself? And what did that feel like? What kind of closeness are you still longing for, but you're afraid to ask for it? Sometimes we hold back our real selves, not because people have rejected us, but because we're assuming that they're going to. The story we tell ourselves, those assumptions, they in essence become the emotional walls that we erect around our hearts and ourselves, right? And there's a certain cost of hiding, isn't there? I mean, think for a moment about the mask that you wear most in life. You know, the mask that we put on every day before we go out to the house. Is it the "I've got it all together" mask? Or is it the "I'm funny and chill" mask? Maybe you have the caretaker who doesn't need anything mask. What truths are living underneath this mask that you wear? What emotions or what needs are sitting quietly behind that mask, just waiting for permission to come forward? Now, I want you to ask yourself gently, what would it feel like to show just 10% more of my truth? Not everything, just a little bit more. What would that open up? Maybe you might be feeling stuck, and so let's consider a gentle, loving reframe to these questions. If you're finding this really hard to access, like experientially, try this. Picture you're telling your real story, your unedited self, to someone you feel deeply safe with, someone who sees the best in you. And then think, what would they say? Or if that's challenging, maybe imagine your younger self standing in front of you and they're asking, will I still be loved if I am fully me? What would you want to say back to that younger version of you that's asking that question? And what if you began to believe that love does not require perfection? That maybe just maybe being real is what makes closeness possible. Let's take another deep breath. Let your body soften again. And whatever emotions have risen up in the process of these questions, let's give them permission just to be there. And then ask yourself in a gentle way, what did I learn about the way I see myself through these reflection questions? I mean, what parts of me are aching to be seen and longing to still be loved? And what's one small way I could begin to risk being more real this week? Maybe it's sharing something tender with someone that you trust. Maybe it's writing down the qualities you do love about your real self. Maybe it's letting go of one small mask in a safe relationship. You don't need to earn closeness by being less of yourself. I want you to hear me when I say this, dear listener. You are worthy of love, just as you are. I want to say thanks for being here. Thanks for being brave and courageous enough to ask these really difficult, hard questions.